Your brain still thinks the dark wants to kill you. Voiceover only. It's a little after 3 in the morning. You're awake. You didn't hear anything. Nothing woke you. And yet your eyes are open. Your heart is going faster than it should be, and every shadow in the room has quietly become a question. You lie still. You listen. You tell yourself there's nothing there. There isn't. There almost never is. You think something is wrong with you. Anxiety, bad sleep, a restless mind. It's not a malfunction. It's a 2-million-year-old alarm system doing exactly what it was built to do, keeping you alive through a danger that stopped existing a very long time ago. Because for almost the entire history of your species, the dark was not peaceful. The dark was when things came for you. And the part of your brain that remembers that has never, for one single night, been convinced that it's over. Start with a simple fact about your body. You are a daytime animal. Your eyes are built for light, sharp color, fine detail, distance. And the moment the sun goes down, almost all of that advantage disappears. Human night vision is poor. We can't see in the dark the way the things that hunt in the dark can. To an early human, sunset wasn't the end of the workday. It was the moment you went from being the one who watches to the one who cannot see what's watching back. And there was plenty watching. For most of human history, our ancestors shared the landscape with big cats, hyenas, and snakes, predators tuned for exactly the hours we were blind. The fossil record is honest about this. Some of the oldest human ancestors we've found didn't die of old age. They were killed and eaten. One famous early hominin child was taken by a large bird of prey. We were not always at the top of the food chain. For a long, long time, we were meat. So evolution built you a guard. Deep in the brain sits a pair of structures called the amygdala, your threat detection system. Its job is to notice danger before you're consciously aware of it, and to flood your body with alarm the instant something feels wrong. And it runs on a rule that made perfect sense for 2 million years. When you can't see, assume the worst. In the dark, with the eyes offline, the amygdala turns the gain up. Every sound is bigger. Every ambiguous shape is a threat until proven otherwise. Because the ancestor who assumed the rustle was the wind and was wrong just once, didn't get to become anyone's ancestor. There was only one thing that ever pushed the dark back: fire. Controlled fire gave our ancestors a bubble of light and warmth and safety in a world that otherwise belonged to whatever was out beyond the glow. For 100,000 nights, safety looked like a small circle of light with the whole of the darkness pressing in on it. Your fear of the dark isn't childish. It's the oldest fear there is. Which raises a problem evolution had to solve. If the dark is the most dangerous time, that's exactly when you're lying unconscious on the ground for 8 hours. Sleep is the most vulnerable thing an animal does. So how does a group survive a whole night, every night, for 2 million years? The answer, it turns out, is that you don't all sleep at once. In 2017, researchers studied the Hadza, hunter-gatherers in Tanzania who still sleep much the way our ancestors did, in a group out in the open. They tracked everyone's sleep for 20 nights. Across all that time, there were only a handful of minutes when every single person was asleep at once. Someone was awake and alert for 99.8% of the night. Nobody was assigned this. Nobody took a shift. It happened on its own. Because people are wired to fall asleep and wake at slightly different times. The night owl who won't settle, the light sleeper who stirs at every sound, the grandparent up before dawn. Spread across a group, those differences mean the camp is never fully undefended. Researchers call it the sentinel hypothesis. a group of sleepers that always keeps one eye open. And it didn't just work between people. It was built into the night itself. Historians who read old diaries and letters found that before artificial light, people didn't sleep in one solid block the way we expect to now. They slept in two. A first sleep after dark, then an hour or more awake in the middle of the night, tending the fire, talking, praying, watching, and then a second sleep until morning. Waking in the deep of the night wasn't a disorder. It was the design. A built-in checkpoint, a moment of vigilance folded into the middle of the dark. So when you snap awake at 3 in the morning and lie there listening, you are not broken. You are running the night watch. Your body is doing the single most ancient job it knows, making sure the dark is still safe before it lets you go back under. The problem is what that watch feels like now that there's nothing left to watch for. Here's the part that makes those hours so cruel. It isn't just that you're awake. It's that at 3 in the morning, your brain is chemically a different brain than the one you'll have at 9. Through the night, your body runs a schedule you never see. Your core temperature bottoms out in the small hours, and cortisol, the stress hormone, sits at its lowest around midnight, then begins to climb, rising through 2, 3, 4 in the morning to get you ready to wake. So you come up out of sleep into a body that is quietly flooding itself with the exact chemistry of alarm, and no reason attached to it. At the same time, the newest, most rational part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, the part that talks you down, that keeps perspective, is running at its weakest. Scientists have a name for what this combination does to a mind. They call it the mind after midnight. Awake in the biological night, the brain tilts toward the negative. Fear looms larger, problems feel unsolvable, and the calm voice that would normally say, "This can wait until morning," has gone quiet. It's why a worry that is completely manageable at noon becomes, at 3 a.m., the end of everything. The bill, the text you didn't answer, the thing you said years ago. Nothing about the problem changed. Only the brain looking at it did. Your old survival system built this on purpose. In the dark, negative bias kept you alive. Better to lie awake afraid than to sleep through the thing that kills you. But that same machinery in a locked, safe bedroom has nothing real to point at, so it points at your life instead. This is the trap. Not anxiety, not weakness. A brilliant, ancient alarm going off in a world where the danger it was built for is finally gone. So the next time you wake at 3 in the morning, heart going, listening to a house where nothing is wrong, understand what's actually happening. That racing heart is not a sign that something is coming. It's an old guard at his post on a night that has been safe for longer than you've been alive. The fear of the dark you never quite grew out of. The waking in the deep of the night, the way small worries turn enormous before dawn. None of it is a flaw in you. It's the same vigilance that carried your ancestors through 2 million years of nights that really were dangerous. Every one of them survived long enough to become you. This is what that felt like from the inside. You can't switch it off. It's older than language, older than fire. But you can recognize it. When the alarm goes at 3 a.m., you can lie there and know this is the watch. Nothing is wrong. The chemistry will turn over, the light will come, and the problem that felt like the end of the world will shrink back down to its real size. The predators are gone. The dark is empty now. Somewhere underneath, your brain still doesn't believe that. So it keeps watch, every night, over a danger that ended a very long time ago.